What is going on, guys? I am Consumer Tech Review, and today we're gonna be doing a review of the Royal Kludge RK71. I'm gonna do the unboxing for you, and then I'm gonna go over the pros and the cons and my own real life experience that I've had with this keyboard. And if at any point during the video you wanna check out this exact same keyboard, all the Amazon links below for the US, UK, and Canada. But let's jump into the unboxing. Here's the timestamp if you wanna skip it. All right, guys, unboxing the Royal Kludge RK71. This keyboard I am very excited to review and unbox. You guys know I love Royal Kludge, and they've been doing a fantastic job with so many of their keyboards. Let's get this thing open. And there it is. What a super cool form factor. Just a long keyboard. I absolutely love this. There it is. It feels pretty heavy. This is a wireless, I'm pretty sure, and it is an RGB. Right off the bat, I like the keycaps. I like this color. It's a little bit different. It's not quite gray. It's kind of like a off gray, kind of dark brown. It's interesting. I like it. And then the back is super interesting. No flip up risers, but it does have this interesting inlet right here. And it looks like it has RGB on the side. That's crazy. I don't know why it's in blue. I don't know if I dig that or not, but I'm sure you're probably not even gonna be able to see that most of the time. Here is the manual, a 1-year warranty card, a keycap puller, and some magnetic flip up risers on the back. And then you get a USB-C cable. Now, Royal Kludge also used these like kind of, instead of flip up risers, they're magnetic risers. Those just go right on there like that. And then you have a flipped up, and it's steady. However, we're just gonna keep it like this. Now you do have the Bluetooth. Let's check it out. It has power, and it does have power. And there is the RGB on the side. I don't know if you guys can see that. There is a ton of light out. They do have a little bit of RGB on the side, but overall, the case feels really good. Let's get a little sound test. These come with brown switches. The stabilizers are actually quite nice on this, especially if this thing was lubed. These would be really, really good. Now, I really do like it has this little thing right there. It just separates this a little bit more. It looks nice. Obviously, that's for continuity with the whole keyboard, but this is a really cool form factor. This is obviously not a common form factor. They do have their Royal Kludge logo down there, which I really, really do like. Now, it does have the USB on the left side, which is not a problem at all. So if you might actually prefer that, and it does look like we have a white back kind of deck to shine the light up through it, which should make the RGB just a little bit more brighter and continuous. But that is my unboxing of the Royal Kludge RK71. I cannot wait to actually use this on a daily basis, get to know it, and then do my full review. But let's fast forward, take it away, Future Consumer Tech Review, with the full review. And we are back. Let's jump right into the first pro, which is the typing experience, the feel, the sound, the refinement at this price point. I mean, 70 bucks for this thing. The stabilizers are really good. All of that is far above most at this price point. It's really crazy. Now we're gonna start off this video, or the part of the review, right away with the sound test. So here is the sound test. Take a listen. And that was with brown switches, because that's what this keyboard comes with. Moving on, let's talk build quality. This thing is built like most other Royal Kludge keyboards very well. It has a plastic shell on the base. It's all one piece. It feels really good. It feels high quality, and it doesn't sound hollow. It's probably because the battery's in there. Now, on the bottom, there is a place for a 2.4 gigahertz USB thing, which was not included. And I think that's just because this keyboard maybe was made previously for a different version. Now they just went all Bluetooth. However, besides that, it actually has this kind of like notched in effect on the bottom where it's kind of like angled. I don't know why they did that, but it looks kind of cool. So if you're looking at the bottom of your keyboard, it'll look nice. It's heavy, it's super solid. The frame's really solid to type on as well. Now, there are no flip up risers, but there are magnetic risers. So you can actually just put them on with a magnet that just clip on the back. This was also on the Royal Kludge RK84. It's kind of cool, kind of not. Don't lose them if you get this, otherwise you won't be able to have it risen up. But if you guys are somebody that only has it in one position, it'll be nice so that you like never move it, but at the same time, like just do flip up risers. All right, now this thing is Bluetooth wireless, so you can connect this up to 5 different devices. So you can switch between them on the keyboard. It's very easy. Just hold FN and choose the different one that you have it set to. You can connect to your phone, you connect to your PC, connect to Mac, anything you want. FN, click it, it'll like start flashing, and then bam, get it connected. There's no having to reset it. If you want to reconnect it, do the same thing. Just hold it again. It's very easy and simple. I've had no problems connecting it to, I connected to a Mac, I connected it to a PC, connected to my phone. It all connects very easily. I also had no interruptions with Signal. I had no problems with it disconnecting or anything like that. I also went in game to see if it would ever have connection issues, because that's actually happened a few times before with some Bluetooth keyboards. This one had absolutely nothing wrong with the Bluetooth at all, so that's really nice to see. All right, now let's talk battery life. This thing has a 1000 milliamp hour battery in it, which is not the biggest out there. It has a 360 hour standby time, and this battery is kind of not my favorite. The Royal Kludge RK84 was like probably one of my favorite keyboards of all time in that price range. It's stupid good, but that thing had like a 3800 milliamp hour battery. That was crazy. It's a monstrous battery for that thing. This one at 1000 milliamp hours, I do wish it was a little bit bigger, but at the same time, you're getting everything else. So I don't know. I wish the battery was bigger, although it can be charged fully in 3 hours. And for me personally, I plug in my keyboards a lot. I actually just run them wired a lot of times, but it is nice to be able to travel. So if you guys have it plugged in at your desk, you want to go throw it in your book bag, this can absolutely work for that. All right, now let's talk RGB. This thing obviously has per key lighting. It has very good vibrance, good saturation. It also uses a white backplate. We're seeing this on a lot of keyboards now, especially ones at this price range, that will bounce light up behind them and make more of a consistent light. It works well on this keyboard. It's also very intuitive and extraordinarily easy to change all of the RGB settings and colors and static modes without having to use a software, which is great to see. Not all keyboards have this intuitively. Most keyboards at this point have it without a software. I think almost 100% of them, with a few exceptions, will be able to change their RGB without a software, but very few are this intuitive and easy to learn and just pick up and use. But as well as that, that's not the end of the RGB. There's also left and right RGB that is very bright, like much brighter than the keys. Not that the keys are dim, it's just super bright. So even if you're using like a black desk mat, this thing is gonna bounce light off of it and look very, very nice. So a few keyboards have this kind of side lighting. This is one of the brightest keyboards that will push that side lighting so vibrantly and brightly out. So it's quite nice. This can also be changed independently of all the other RGB lights. So it can be static, it can be off, it can be rainbow, it can be changing, whatever you really want, it can do that. This will be very easy to match your setup. And the last thing with the RGB is if you're on battery, it takes about 60 seconds for the RGB to turn off. Now the keyboard is still on, so the keyboard doesn't shut off, just the RGB does to conserve battery life. There is no waiting for it. Once you tap the keyboard again, the key immediately is registered on the PC or whatever you're using. All right, now let's talk about a con that I don't like, but it didn't actually bother me that much. Out of the box, the volume secondary functions did not work. Now it worked in like Warzone, but it wasn't actually the PC changing the volume. It was just like an activating a mute thing. So there might be something where you're gonna need to get the software for it. However, I tried this out of the box with both a PC and a Mac, and it did not work on either one. However, the pro of this is it does have a PC and a Mac mode, so you can easily switch between those. It also has the like command and option for Mac users secondary on like the Alt, those keys. So it'll be easier for you guys to, if you use a Mac, to use this on a Mac, or if you use a Mac and a PC, it'll be very easy for you to transition between those. But guys, overall, for 70 bucks, this keyboard, a awesome form factor, that's 70% form factor, which is just so pretty. You get great RGB. The typing experience is so freaking good. Royal Kludge just does a fantastic job with that. Also, I love brown switches, so I know a lot of you guys like red switches, but if you like brown switches, oh, this keyboard is nice. The stabilizers feel great. It sounds good. You can modify this thing if you want. You can lube it. But yeah, a great keyboard. Again, if you do want to go check out the Royal Kludge RK71, there's Amazon links below for the US, UK, and Canada. This is seriously an awesome keyboard. Royal Kludge, like, they do such a good job on all of their keyboards. The biggest con for me, definitely the battery life. However, I can work with that because of everything else. Now, if you guys do want much better battery life, I would say go for the Royal Kludge 84. Definitely a different design, much bigger. It's a 75% keyboard. Definitely a different form factor. This one's kind of a long thing. The 84 isn't. It's more of like a taller type keyboard. However, that was like one of my favorite keyboards like of all time. It's so good. So definitely consider subscribing to my channel and checking out that review. Or I also did the Royal Kludge 61. So definitely consider subscribing to my channel. I do a ton of keyboard reviews, and I'm going to say that a bunch of times because I don't know what's going on, guys. I was up until like 1:30 last night. But this was Consumer Tech Review, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Or later. What am I saying? Okay.